All right, what's going on, Foundation Nation? We're here with another disc review. Today we have an exciting one. This is the Archive from Prodigy Discs. So this is part of their collab series. If you've kind of been following Prodigy, they've done a collab series with Kevin Jones. They've done one with Kayla Visca. Well, now they're doing one with Isaac Robinson, one of their best players and known for throwing really good mid-range shots. And so I think that's why they selected a mid-range disc. The Archive is listed as a 5502 flight numbers. Initial thoughts, it feels absolutely fantastic in the hand. I'm imagining what he's going for here is something similar to an M2 in the Prodigy lineup, maybe something with just a little bit of a different feel, because this does feel a little bit different. It kind of reminds me of an MD3 from Discmania a little bit, beadless, but has a little bit of depth. So we're gonna give it a chuck and just see what it does. Maybe come out with a little bit of Hyzer. Nice fade at the end. Okay, yeah, pretty good. That honestly reminded me of an MD3, just a little bit of fade. Came out with some Hyzer, didn't want to pop up brand new, but we'll throw it on a number of lines and really rip into it and see what it's made of. All right, we're gonna give the Archive a good pump here, maybe give it a little bit of Hyzer and see how overstable it is. Okay, it's kind of fighting out of that. Made the field goal. Yeah, okay, so I ripped over on that pretty good. Gave it a bit of Hyzer. It coasted for a little bit, but then it did fight back at the end, giving me very MD3 vibes here, or even a rock, honestly, with that stability. So yeah, we'll have to really lean into it a few times and see how much it wants to fight, but showing some nice stability, but nothing too crazy. It's not biting super hard. All right, we're gonna really rip into the Archive on Hyzer now and just see if it holds it at like full power Hyzer. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, okay, so I got into that one pretty good. At the very beginning of the flight, I might have seen a little budge, like it wanted to just push a little bit, but it still glided and held its Hyzer the whole way. Very impressive. I'm seeing a mid-range that looks to me like it has a really good starting point to where it'll probably beat into something eventually that is straight to flippy, but right now it kind of just has enough dependability that you can really layer these things in your bag. It's a really nice starting point for a mid-range. It's what I like to see, where you have a disc that will hold up to some wind, it will hold up to some speed, but over time it'll continue to season. You can layer them in. It's very nice. All right, we're gonna take the Archive now and really get over on it on some Hyzer, see if I can get it to fly a little more neutral, see if it wants to hold an Hyzer at all. Okay, I gave it a pretty big turnover angle there, and it coasted out of it and then dropped. So it is a disc that you can get that angle out of, but it's probably not gonna hold it the whole way unless you give it like roller type angle. It definitely has some integrity for a beadless mid especially. So yeah, we'll rip into it one more time on the backhand, but I think I've kind of got it nailed down. All right, one last throw here with the Archive. I think I've kind of got this one narrowed down, but we're gonna just really rip into this one as hard as I can, just see what it does. Oh, it's just beautiful. Man, yeah, it's so, oh man, it's got really good integrity. Yeah, okay, the verdict's in on the Archive. I think this is, you know, closest comparison I've got is, you could argue buzz, I think maybe a little more stability. I like MD3 as a comparison, as well as the feel in the hand, very similar feel. You're looking at a disc that, for arm speeds similar to mine, where I'm throwing, you know, 380 to 400, that shot maybe went, you know, 360 with a mid-range. You're gonna get a flight that I'm able to rip over just a little bit on that. It's gonna level out and then fade at the end. It has some integrity. It's gonna hold a Hyzer. If you really get into it at a higher arm speed, you might get a little push, but it'll hold. And then you can also rip over on Annie and you can still get some nice kind of curving S flights as well. So it's a really good mid. This is a great flagship mid-range for Isaac to have done with Prodigy, to kind of have as a staple in his bag. I'm sure he's gonna be ripping it all over the course. So if you wanna check these out, head over to foundationdisc.com, pick one up. Really, I mean, this is like a 9 or 10 out of 10 mid-range. It's really just fantastic. There's not a thing wrong with it. Very comfortable. Highly recommend checking them out. Support Isaac and support Prodigy, because it's a great product. So we'll see you in the next one.